We are rolling. How's it going, everyone? Bringing you a breakdown of the NASCAR Foxwoods Resort Casino. This is the layout for the racetrack this weekend, I should say, Sunday. This racetrack is a 1 mile racetrack. It's very short, flat, and slow. These guys are not going to be able to pick up their speed. As soon as they start going down the sides, they hit that corner, they're going to have to just slow down. This race is going to be an interesting one. The guys on the inside, they're going to try and go past, but the outer lane tends to be the way in this racetrack. Let's get right into the video. We're here at Dose of DFS and do all this for y'all for free. I do not ask for you to join a Patreon, pay for anything extra. I just ask that you subscribe and hit the like button if you find anything that helps you out. And yeah, hope you enjoy it and stick around. All right, up here at the top we have Kevin Harvick. This guy has been a machine so far this year. This only shows the last 4 races at New Hampshire. But I also have the track type for 1 miles. A couple of tracks you can compare this one to is Phoenix or Martinsville. Anyways, getting back to Kevin Harvick. This guy's going to probably be the highest owned driver. Kevin Harvick has 2 wins out of the last 4 races. He is the highest priced driver on the slate, but what can you expect? The season he's having right now, he's on a pretty hot run. He wasn't looking too hot last week. I don't know if something was wrong with his car or what, but it just wasn't looking as fast as it usually is. He hasn't led that many laps, but it's up there. Track type, he's also looking very well. Looks like he's the second highest rated driver in this track type. The most wins, tied with Kyle Busch. We'll talk about him in a minute. With 4 wins, 11 top 5s, 15 top 10s out of 17 races. That's a hell of a job. 684 laps led. Kevin Harvick is definitely going to be on my list and possibly one of my favorites to win the race. I just don't know if he can make it 3 in a row, or I kind of have some other guys up here on the list I don't want to talk about, though. Next up, Denny Hamlin. He's starting second, so he could be someone you're looking for to lead some laps, get dominator points. Hamlin already has 1 win here, 2 top 5s, 2 top 10. Its average finish of 7. The 167 laps led, so it's very possible if he just gets past Almirola and he can stay up there. I haven't said this yet, but it's very hard to pass in this racetrack. Just to go over the track type for Denny Hamlin, average finish 11, 2 wins, 7 top 5, 10 top 10, 761 laps led. It's not a bad choice. It's not a bad choice at all. FanDuel has him listed as the second highest owned driver, so I could see that. But next up is the guy who I really want to talk about. He is the machine right now, and I think he is due for a win on this racetrack. No wins, 3 top 5s, 4 top 10s, all in the last 4 races. His average finish is 4.5. That is nuts. The last 4 races here, he's been in top 10, and 3 of them top 5. That's impressive. This is who I really wanted to get to talking about. 332 laps led. Where's he starting? 11th. Imagine if he goes out and has a day. That's good old place differential points. Place differential points. As well as who else knows what he could get up to. Just how can he not play him? He's bound to place in the top 10. Even though he has only won 1 in the past 17 of this track type, he's still 11 top 5, 13 top 10. 654 laps led, 110 average rating. I mean, I'm definitely going to be playing Martin Truex. Just because I think he's due for a win here. I really do. Next up, we have Kyle Busch. Now, Kyle Busch has not been the Kyle Busch we usually see. This season, he has been just a bit off, I guess we could say. But man, this might be the time to put a little faith in him. Check this out. Kyle Busch. I'm just going to go over the track type. He is dominating in laps led. Only went over 1,000, even close to it. 4 wins, 9 top 5s, 14 top 10s. But look at those laps led, guys. Now let's go back over just to this racetrack. 436 laps led. Average finish of 5.75. He already has 1 win, 2 top 5s, and 3 top 10s. I'm telling you, you can go so many different ways with this race. You can create so many different lineups. I feel like that's what you're going to have to do with the way this is played out. Because Busch, Truex, Hamlin, and Harvick are all not horrible plays. Starting 5th. So honestly, he could get up there. Maybe possibly get you Dominator points. Or is that just wishful thinking, you know? Is he just going to fall back and be the Kyle Busch that we're used to seeing this season? I don't know. It's up to you. Do you want to put a little faith in him? I don't know. You can look at the stats. They don't lie. Next up, we got Ryan Blaney. Now, it's qualified 12. He can get you them plays differential points, I think. It's just a little bit sketchy. He's only gotten 1 top 5, but it's 3 top 10s in the last 4 races. So it's still top 10 in the last 4 races here. He's bound to at least get you in there as long as nothing bad happens. But it is NASCAR. The only negative is he has not led any laps the past 4 races at this racetrack. Let's go over and look at the track type. Average finish is 17. Not too good. Not too good at all. But that's for the track type, so it's different. He has no wins. Makes it a little bit tougher looking at that. Blaney, maybe not the best option, but he's there. I tend to like to lean towards the Penske drivers, you know, Blaney, Legano, but let's speak of the devil. Next Penske driver, Joey Legano, starting 9th, 11,000 salary, no wins, no top 5s, but 3 top 10s in the last 4 races here. It's not bad, but an average finish of 16.25. Not too good. I think there's better drivers on the slate this week. Just don't know if this is the track for Legano. You know, only 1 win in the whole track types, so it's possible. He's led 100 or 255 laps. So I just don't know. I think there's better options up here above this green line. Move down to the other Penske driver, Brad Keselowski, starting 4th. I see a little potential here. I really do. Not too big of a ownage, I don't think. I think he'll be decently low, not too high, you know. I think FanDuel got it right there, maybe. But, no wins, 1 top 5, 3 top 10s. It's not bad. Average finish of 13. Only 12 laps led, but starting 4th, he could possibly do it, you know. Looking at the track type history, he has no wins at all at this track type. But 3 top 5s, 8 top 10s. But 354 laps led with a 94.7 average rating. That is not bad. I could possibly see Keselowski getting up there. Starting 4th, you know, he only has to catch up to Hamlin, Amarola, and Elliott. And I really don't think Elliott has a fast enough car. I could see Keselowski passing Elliott, maybe getting up to Hamlin, you know. He could maybe contend for this. Speaking of Elliott, let's move down to him. 12,000 salary. If you're an Elliott fan, I could see why you would play him. Starting third, you could see him maybe getting up there, but I just don't see it. Not in this race. I see him moving back. I do. Starting third, moving back. But just taking a look at his stats, I'm not completely negative because he has led 566 laps in this track type, and he's won one also. 7 top 5s, 8 top 10s, with almost 100 average rating. I mean, you could definitely throw Chase Elliott in some of your lineups. I would just say that he's most likely gonna fall back instead of going up and leading some laps. Almirola, he's got the pole, but does he have enough to stay ahead of Hamlin, or do you think Hamlin will take it and run away with it? Who knows? It could be a close one. Almirola's been looking pretty good this season. He's been leading some laps. See, at this track he's led 54 laps. Only a top 5 and a top 10 though. His track type history, average finish of 13 and a half. No wins, 3 top 5s. 6 top 10s. He's led 144 laps though. That's the thing. If he has the pole, he can lead laps. I think Almirola possibly could be a sleeper. That's only if he is able to stay up front and get some dominator points for us, but I just don't know. You got to say Denny Hamlin or Eric Almirola. What are you going to go with? Strategy this race, almost all races, but this race you're definitely going to want either Hamlin or Almirola. It's a good strategy to pick someone who you think is going to dominate the first half of the race, and then a good second half of the race. So maybe Hamlin, and then Harvick be a good little stack. Because I could see Harvick moving up, or Hamlin and Truex, Hamlin, Busch, whatever. Let's move back down to where we were. William Byron, starting 16th. Not a bad price at 8,500, but I don't think his stats are just showing up good enough for him to make some of our lineups. Think you have better options, but I mean, looking at the track type history, it's still not looking hot. Only 3 top 10s, 21 laps led. I just don't see William Byron going up there. I would much rather throw Eric Jones in my lineup, starting just a place behind him, behind Byron, 17th. You have to pay up a little bit more, but 10,000, you can do that. No wins, but he's got a top 5 and 2 top 10s. Average finish of 16, but starting 17th. He's led 4 laps. 3 top 5s, 8 top 10s. I like that 8 number. I think Eric Jones could definitely be in some of our lineups. Moving down to Kurt Busch. I honestly like this as a nice little sleeper pick. I don't think he's going to be very high owned. He's only starting 10th, 10K. He has no top 5s, just 2 top 10s the past 4 races here at this racetrack, but he's led 94 laps. And then the track type history, he's got an average finish of 16. That's out of 17 races, no wins, 2 top 5s, 8 top 10s with 255 laps. So Kurt Busch could possibly be I just don't know if it's worth paying up the 10K starting at 10th. I could possibly see him stay in the top 10, but I could also see him moving back. I'd really like to talk about Jimmie Johnson here. 9,300, starting 20th. Now, Johnson has not had the best luck this season. It just seems like every race I watch, he seems to either get himself into something or someone else gets him into something. He's just always spinning out, hitting the wall. Something bad is going down Jimmie Johnson's path. But looking at his stats here, 2 top 10s in the last 4 races here. Average finish of 16. But if we look at the track type history, he does have a win. 2 top 5s, 8 top 10s, 21 laps led. It's a possible sleeper pick. Very possible. But maybe not. I don't think so. Possible. Alex Bowman. 9,800, starting 8th. No top 10s, no top 5s, no wins. It's an average finish of 12.5. Yeah, I'm not seeing this. He's got the track type history of 2 top 5s, 2 top 10s, 42 laps led, so average finish is 17, though. I'm not liking that as he's starting at 8th. There are obviously better drivers around here. Don't get bored, there's more down. I got some surprises. Clint Boyer, 9,400, starting 6th. Not too hot on this one. 2 top 5s, 9 top 10s. Track type, 41 laps led. I just don't know, man. Just kind of goes along with Bowman. I think they're going to fall back rather than stay in there or move forward. It's just kind of what you have to think about. Bubba Wallace, I'm going to skip because 23 average finish. Yeah, it's not happening. Plus, getting to Ryan Newman. This is the sleeper among sleepers, my friends. 7,400, starting 22nd. He has 2 top 10s. An average finish of 13.25. We'd get this. At the track type history, he's got himself a dub. Big ol' win. He's got a win, 2 top 5s, and 4 top 10s. 30 laps led. It's not, it's definitely someone you could be fitting in your lineup, especially at this price. I like Ryan Newman. And also the guy right below him here, Daniel Suarez. Not a guy usually I would use in my lineup. But this week, I like him and his stats. And just where he's starting, 37th. It's possible, though. But, on the other hand, like I said, it's hard to pass on this racetrack. So, unless something really wacky goes down or he just has a hell of a race, I don't know how likely it is for him to end up in the top 10. But looking at his stats, starting 37th, he has 2 top 10s in the past 4 races here. He's probably going to be pretty low owned, unless other people, picking up on it. But the track type history, he's got an average finish of 13, starting at 37th. No wins. But he's got a top 5 and 8 top 10s, folks. He's even led 22 laps. Daniel Suarez and Ryan Newman, folks. Keep your eyes on them. Keep your eyes on them this weekend. Down, Ty Dillon, starting 25th, only 5,000. I would usually use Ty Dillon as a nice little punt play, I'm not liking Ty Dillon this week. He's starting 25th. He's not, I like him when he starts in the 30s. He is cheap at 5,000, but his stats just aren't even really showing. He's got zeros galore, goose eggs. Average finish of 19th, which, especially him just starting 25th, it's not too well. The track type history, he says he's led 28 laps, but it's just not looking hot for him. Big goose eggs. Austin Dillon, 7,000. He's got one top 10. That's it. Average finish of 21. Yeah, Austin Dillon's probably not the one. Only two top 10s in the whole track types. The past 17 races. Someone probably don't want in your lineup. Let's take a look at Matthew Honestly, we could just skip right through all these guys. Look at the averages on here. They're just gonna stay back in the 20s. I'm not even gonna waste my breath on these guys because I really want to show you guys all the way down here. Matt Muffin Kenseth. Now, he isn't the same Matt Kenseth, but starting 21st, only 8K. 2 top 5s, 2 top 10s. He's had a good 2 top 5s in the past 3 races. He's averaging 7.33. That's his average finish, is 7.33. Track layout for Matt Kenseth. Out of 9 races, Matt Kenseth got 1 win, 3 top 5s, and 4 top 10s with 66 laps led and a 90 average rating, folks. Look at these sleepers right here. Matt Kenseth, Suarez, and Newman. Mark my words. Christopher Bell is usually the guy, the go-to. He's usually the go-to. And this weekend, he can also be your go-to. We just don't have the stats. He's got 1 race, and he did not place very well. I think he placed like 33rd, 24th maybe. Could have swore he finished 33rd, but it's whatever. Moving down to Ricky Stenhouse. It's also a viable option, you know, if you need someone cheap. Starting 31st, only 6,800. He's got 2 top 10s in the past 2 races here. Only negative thing is, look at that average finish, 23. I mean, that could get you some place differential points, but we really want to get guys who are going to, you know, make it top 10, you know, just highest in our lineup. And I'm not even going to waste your guys' time with people down there. So with that being said, when we're adding our lineup together here, I think we're going to want to go with, if you want to go with stacking, you know, Hamlin getting some dominator points at first, and then Harvick coming up later on. It's the most 2 expensive players out here, so we're gonna have to go down and check out some of those sleeper picks we were checking out. Let's go all the way to the bottom. Just look at the cheaper ones. We're not even gonna check this out. We could get Daniel Suarez, 45,000, 4,500. We throw Daniel Suarez up there. Now we have enough moolah to still get some decently. I don't know if you would want to play Bell and Suarez in the same lineup. This is Bell starting 35th, Suarez starting 37th, and it's probably not the best route. You know, here we could go with Matt Kenseth or Ryan Newman, either one. You know, we go with that. I think instead of Matt Kenseth, you know, I'm not even gonna build a full lineup. I don't want to give it away, but you know what I'm saying. You got Daniel Suarez, Matt Kenseth, and Ryan Newman. Those are the cheap guys you can pay up for, you know, to be able to still be able to afford good priced players here towards the end. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos and good old projections, breaking down lineups, and creating mighty fine charts like these for free. I'd like to say that again, for free. I don't have a Patreon or whatever. I'm not asking for money, just asking for your support. Good like, subscribe. That's all I'm asking for right now. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you took something away. And have a good one. Yep, peace out.